All right, we're doing the damn deal. This man, Stephen P. King, goes by Steve, but there's another Steve King in the world, so when you're authoring books, it's probably the best move to put Stephen P. King so that people can actually find your literature. This man, in the contents of this book and his career, there's no other way to say it that it saved my life. I'm deeply grateful for Steve King and his creating a technique that he's called the detachment technique, which pulls from a few different modalities that he has found to be effective pono across the course of his 3-decade plus career as a clinical counselor. The technique is beautiful for addressing specific memories and traumatic events that one may have experienced. And what I'm going to be doing today is simply the daily tune-up aspect of ensuring that your energy is balanced. My energy is balanced. And that there aren't any, unknown, what he calls reversals or stuck energy, anything that's causing disturbance. So, without further ado, there we go. First thing we do is, and again, please keep an open mind. You're cordially invited to entertain and play along. And please remain critical. Question it. Because if you're questioning it, you're engaged with it. And if you're engaged with it and being critical, then that will be the thing that allows, essentially, a large contrast from that critical part not believing to, holy fuck, it just worked. So, an adrenal massage. Start at the belly button, 2 fingers. You're going to place a little bit of pressure on either side of your belly button, and then we'll bring all the way up to our throat, bring at least 2 inches away from our body, and we'll repeat that 6 or 7 times. From there, we'll go from the adrenals to the lymphatic, and we'll get to the node right underneath of your left collarbone. There will be a node, a lymph node, that is more tender than the rest of the area, and that is the space that we are going to be doing clockwise circular motions on to drain any stuck lymphatic fluid and essentially open our hearts. This will also be one of the points on the collarbone breathing aspect of the detachment technique. And so we'll go there first. With 2 fingers, again, bring it to that node underneath your left collarbone that's a little bit more tender than the rest of the area. And we're going to place it this time, your pinky and ring finger not touching, your middle and index finger with some pressure. And again, middle and index finger of your opposite hand are going to go to the elongation past your knuckles on the pinky and the ring finger joints. So once we get to that spot, we're all set. And we are going to be doing a cycle of breathing that looks like a full inhale and hold for a moment, releasing half and holding for a moment, releasing the other half and holding for a moment, and then breathing in half. And then we'll shake it out, and we'll go from this spot to this spot to the same side to the same side And that is the totality of the collarbone breathing aspect of the detachment technique. The other aspect of the detachment technique is becoming more popular in its own right, in the zeitgeist, in the popular culture, in the healing communities. And again, why are these things catching on? Pono. Effectiveness is the measure of truth, and this shit works. So, you ready for it? The 3 spots of the emotional freedom technique that are used as the daily tune-up, and as part of, again, the detachment technique, are the bridge of the nose, between the eyebrows, right at that most concave area of your forehead and your nose meeting, and then the sides of the eyes, and then right below the eyes. The emotional freedom technique continues to this spot, right below the collarbones again, right here, and then tapping here, 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 skipping your ring finger, hitting the pinky, and then karate chop. But we're going to be focusing on the top 3 spots. Do about 20 seconds on each spot. So again, it's only a minute. Remembering to breathe and speak clearly, to breathe fully and deeply at all times. Without further ado. Take a moment and check in with self and see how you feel, if there's any contrast in how you were feeling before and how you're feeling now. And then we'll make our way back to the collarbone breathing. You start tapping on the exhale and full breath into the belly, expanding through the diaphragm up to the collarbones, and then holding for a moment as per the instructions. I like to shake it out in between. Opposite side, same thing, under the right collarbone. Find the node that's a bit more tender than the rest. There she is. And start tapping. Same sides now. Again, back under the left. Last one, same side. And that completes the daily tune-up from the detachment technique. Again, you can check in with self and see how you're feeling now. And let us know in the comments.